Hi, I'm Gabrielle Groves, and I will be talking about the effects of stress on mental health. Stress is one of the main causes for future mental health problems, and as college students, we tend to stress a lot, whether it's related to academics, introduction to adulthood, development of the brain, or other matters, according to 2018 Mental Health Problems in College Freshmen, Prevalence and Academic Functioning. Observed by a Harvard report, the modern stress concept looks at evidence for an association of stress with disease processes that are related to neurodegenerative and mental disorders. I can confidently say that stress is a severe influencer, causer, and indicator of issues associated with mental health, after researching several library databases and conducting searches concerning these topics. An American Psychological Association study shows that in the past year, around 45% of college students experience a higher than average stress levels. And in the US, an American College Health Association report reveals that academic workload is the primary cause of college stress. We will examine the short and long-term effects of stress and the close connection between stress and mental health. Let's first discuss stress itself before analyzing its effects. According to the Mental Health Foundation, stress is the feeling of being overwhelmed or unable to cope with mental or emotional pressure. Stress can be caused from a variety of sources, including but not limited to academic pressure, personal situations, upcoming events, or a big workload. It's harmful when it amounts to interfering with or declining mental health. There is such thing as a healthy amount of stress to ensure motivation in order to reach full potential. But when it builds up and significantly increases is where the negative effects occur. This graph illustrates the relationship between pressure and performance. Mental health is one's emotional, psychological, and social well-being. This is affected by stress in many ways, and as we will examine, there are short-term and long-term effects. So let's start with the short-term effects. Short-term effects appear quickly in response to stress and have an influence on your body, behavior, and mood. Some short-term effects include these pictured here, which are fatigue, altered behavior, physical effects, and emotional changes. Fatigue is the first stage of stress. Fatigue is the feeling of being tired, having a lack of motivation, exhaustion, or any of these feelings that interfere with the body's ability to function from day to day. This would be considered short-term because it occurs quickly and can leave quickly. The fatigue caused by stress can impact thought processes and lead to altered thoughts and behaviors, since fatigue can cause your brain to not be at its top condition. When looking at behavior, stress can cause you to do things that you wouldn't normally do. Some examples include changes in your actions like social withdrawal, changes in eating, anger outbursts, and resorting to substances such as drugs or alcohol. Emotional changes is another impact of stress on your mood. Emotional changes are overwhelming thoughts, anxious feelings, a lack of focus, sadness or depression, and anger. Hans Seeley, medical doctor and researcher from McGill University, formalized a theory of general adaptation syndrome, outlining a three-stage process that describes the psychological changes that the body goes through when under stress: alarm, resistance, and exhaustion. Examples of physical effects of stress include these pictured here. Let's analyze what long-term effects of stress are and that can develop from the short-term effects. Mental health declines when stress gets powerful enough to damage the brain and create psychological changes. Mental disorders are the most known long-term result of stress, occurring when mental health problems become severe enough to impact all aspects of one's life. Stress is the main cause of psychiatric and mental disorders, according to the review, The Role of Stress in Neurodegenerative Diseases and Mental Disorders. Examples of mental disorders are general anxiety disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, panic disorder, and depression. Internal issues caused by stress are very dangerous to one's mental health since they can sometimes go undetected. Brain damage is one of the most prevalent issues caused by long-term stress. Long-term damage to the brain can lead to memory loss, slower processing of the brain, and overall decreased quality of life. It can additionally result in continuous brain cell malfunctions. Hippocampus dysfunction in the brain has gained some attention from various reports. The review, The Role of Stress in Neurodegenerative Diseases and Mental Disorders, published in 2002, explains that the effects of stress on the nervous system are closely connected with the functions of the hippocampus. More focused in another review, Long-Term Effects of Stress on Behavior and the Brain, a focus on hippocampal functioning, published in 2005. The results showed structural and electrophysiological changes in hippocampal formation in response to stress. And finally, stress can cause long-term sleep problems, ranging from decreased sleep quality to insomnia and sleep deprivation. It's important to be aware of the correlation between stress and mental health, since one tends to reflect the other. This graph emphasizes their relationship. As you can see, increase in stress from 2006 to 2020 reflects the mental illness increase from 2001 to 2018, exemplifying their correlation. Stress can cause mental health problems, and these problems can inevitably produce more stress, which creates an ongoing cycle. Minimizing stress overall can help prevent mental health problems or help recover from them. Since stress is a main cause of mental health problems, eliminating stress can help prevent mental health issues. Keeping your mental health in check can automatically reduce stress. Awareness is key when it comes to prevention. To recap, short-term effects can develop into long-term effects and decline one's mental health. Since stress and mental health are closely associated, and understanding how one affects the other can help prevent stress. Stress is a severe influencer, causer, and indicator of issues associated with mental health especially, but really all aspects of health. Stress is a powerful concept, and being aware of its power and how to prevent issues concerning mental health is something that's valuable to everyone. Thank you.